Hi, good day everyone. So today we'll be doing paper 1, and this is section 3, and we're focusing more on past papers January 2024 to 2019. Let's look at the first question. The first question says, if the universal set U, that means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and H is 3, 4, 6, then what is H complement? That little asterisk on top, or the apostrophe on top, means complement, meaning what elements are not in H. So you are going to compare your universal set with H. So we are going to compare your universal set, that's all the elements that are found, right? So what you would do for a question like this is you will put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right? That is your universal set. Then H would be 3, 4, 6. So you would compare, you'll take out the 3's, take out the 4's, take out the 6. What remains would be H complement. So H complement would be 1, 2, 5, which is B. Let's read number 8. Number 8 says, which of the following statements describe the set integers from -3 to 6? Even if you don't know this is part of inequalities, right? So they said from -3 to 6. So anything that does not include -3 and 6 would be out of the question. So A and D is out, right? So when you read this, let's look at this. If you read this statement here, this is telling me that X is, you're reading backwards here. They're telling me that X is less than or equal to -3, and X is more than or equal to 6. This here does not make sense. So this statement here is incorrect. So A, B, and D is out. So my answer would be C. So how, and even if it's not a process of elimination, you could say -3, right? When you're reading it, always read from the letter. They're telling you that X is more than or equal to -3. Because we're reading from the letter and it goes backwards, this side flips. So the flip side of less than is more than. So you're telling me that X is more than -3, more than or equal to -3, and X is less than or equal to 6, which are the values or the integers from -3 to 6. So the answer for this would be, for number 7, I should say, is B. Right, and number 8 is C. Right, and that's how you would do this question here. Let's look at the next question. Right. They said if X and Y are two finite sets. Finite set means that they have this element, okay? Such that the number of elements in X is 9, and the number of elements in Y is 10, and the union between X and Y is 15, then X, the number of elements for X intersected Y is, now this is a formula that you need to remember. So please remember, you need to remember this formula, right? This is the number of elements for A union B is equal to the number of elements in A plus the number of elements in B minus, let's just pull this around so we can see the entire thing, minus the number of elements in A intersected B. So if you know this, right, once you know this formula, you should be Good, right? Let's put in the values. They told you that the union of A and B is 15. Well, they didn't say A and B, they said X and Y, right? So it's 15 is equal to the number of elements for 1 was 9 plus the number of elements for this is 10. Minus, we don't know what this value is. So that's 15 is equals to 19 minus something. So that something we can see is 4, right? But if you want, we make this box positive, so it'll be this box plus 15 is equals to 19. Is equals to 19, right? So if we make the box the subject, it'll be 19 minus 50, which is equals to 4. So my box here is equals to A. So my answer for number 9 is A. Right? Number 9 is A. Let's look at this one. Number 10 says the item 10 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, X represents a set of factors of 12 and Y represents a set of factors of 9. The shaded region is the set of factors that they have in common. What does X and Y have in common? Right? What are your factors of 12? Your factors of 12, if you use a period method, this is 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. Right? Your factors of 9 would be equal to 1 and 9 and 3. What they have in common? 1 and 3. So factors. So the shaded region represents a set of factors of 3. So the answer for this, number 10, is 3. That's how you would do this question right here. Alright. Let's look at number 11. Which of the following pairs of sets is an example of disjointed sets? Disjointed sets means they have nothing in common. Whole numbers and rational numbers, yes, they have something in common. Multiples of 5 and multiples of 10, they do have something in common. Multiples of 2 and multiples of 3, think of the number 12. 12 is found in multiples of 2 and 12 is found in multiples of 3. D, even and odd numbers, they have nothing in common. Even and odd are two completely opposite terms, right? So they have, that is why the answer is D. They have nothing in common. Again, your disjointed set means it has nothing in common. Number 12. The 30 students in Teacher's May's class either has a dog or a cat or none of the two. Alright, so they don't have none of the two. All the students who have cats also have dogs. Oh, so they either have a dog, a cat, or they don't have any, and all the students who have cats have dogs. If 12 is equal, so all the students who have cats also have dogs. So what I'm seeing here is cats, the persons who have cats also have dogs, meaning that the number of persons who have cats is a subset of the number of persons who have dogs. So immediately my answer is D. Why? Because D is the only one that they are a subset of each other. Okay, May, June 2023. Which of the following sets is defined by this? Right, that means that we are including negative 2 and negative 2 and 4 because it have equal to. The only one that has negative 2 and 4 is D. So the answer there is D. So through process of elimination, we can see the answer is D. The set of positive integers that is divisible by 6 is an example of what is. So this basically means that they're telling you that the set of positive integers that are divisible by 6, meaning your multiples of 6, right? That is your timetables of 6, your 6 timetables, the answers for your 6 timetables, right? That is not a finite set. You cannot count all the elements. Yeah, a finite set, that means you could count all the elements. That's not possible with this. An empty set meaning all the elements, there's no element that is divisible by 6. And then the next one is a finite set, which is you cannot count. So the answer would be C for this question here. Right? Let's read number 9. Right? If the universal set is 25 and the number of elements in A is 14, the number of elements in B is 15, and the union between A and B is 23, then what is the intersection? Right? Now, we learned this formula earlier, right? And the formula is right here. So this is B. Put your little bracket here. Put your bracket here. Put your intersection here. So the union is 23 is equal to 14 plus 15 minus some number. So 23 is equal to 14 plus 15 is 29. 29 plus minus some number is 23. We can see that the answer is 6, but let's just work it out. You want that box to be positive, so it's 23 plus something is equal to 29. You carry this across, so that box is equal to 29 minus 23. So my box is equals to 6. So I know that my answer for number 9 is C. Let's look at this question. Item 10 and 11 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows the universal set and the set T and C that represents the students who play tennis and who plays chess. How many students play both games? The only number of students who are in tennis and chess is Paul and Reba, so that is just 2. So my answer for this would be 2, or A. How many play exactly one game? We have Alex here. Right? We have Alex here. He plays only tennis. Tom here, who only plays tennis. Kayla here, who only plays tennis. And Ali, who only plays tennis. Does Chaz and Doug are persons who do not play tennis and chess? Right? So therefore, how many students play exactly one game? That would be how much I highlighted there? 4. So my answer for number 11 is C, which is 4. Right, let's look at the next question. The students in teacher's mate class have neither, now this is a repeated question, has neither dogs nor cats, none of the two. Has either dogs or cats, or none of the two. 16 students have dogs, 12 students have cats, and 16 students have dogs, 12 students have cats, and the remainder has neither a dog nor a cat. Which of the following Venn diagrams correctly represents this information? So let's read it over again. The 30 students in teacher's maze class have either a dog or cat, or none of the two. 16 students have dogs, 12 students have a cat, and the remainder neither has a cat nor a dog. So they're telling you that either you have a dog or you have a cat, or none of the two, right? I would say they didn't say anything about they having any students having a dog and a cat. They just said 16 students have dogs, 12 students have cats, and the remainder have neither a dog nor a cat. So I would say it is D. So because of that statement where they said none of the two, so it's either they have a dog or a cat, but they don't have both. Therefore, it would be D, because D, you either have a dog or a cat, but you don't have both. So my answer for this for sure will be D. Right. So January 2023 says, which of the following sets is defined by this? Meaning, which we did this already. So it's a repeated question. The answer is D. Alright. Let's look at this question here. Item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets. P and Q in the Venn diagram, the number of elements for P is 5, the number of elements for Q is 9, the union is 10. The number of elements in the shaded region, that is the intersection. So if we remember our formula, the union, that is 10, is equals to 5 plus 9 minus that intersection. So 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 minus something is equals to 10. 14 minus 4 is equals to 10. So the answer here would be B if you're using your formula. Right? Which of the following sets is a example of disjointed sets? We have done this already. It's a repeated question. That means what they have nothing in common. That's even and odd. Right? As so for this one was A. Right. All students in the class play Scrabble, checkers, or both. 36 of the students play Scrabble only, and 16 of the students play both Scrabble and checkers. What percentage of the students play checkers and not Scrabble? So we're going to draw a Venn diagram. Right. We have a rectangle. Then we have two circles. We have this one which represents Scrabble. And then we have this one which represents checkers. Let's just put in the information. We know their total in percentage is 100, so my universal set is 100%. Scrabble, they said all students in the class, they either play Scrabble or chess. So there's nothing that is going to be outside here. So we have Scrabble and checkers. So how many, if 36 plays Scrabble only, so this is 36, checkers only is 16. That means 36 plus 16 plus something is equal to 100%. Right? If you shade everything. Right? It will be 36 plus this plus 60, this equals to 100. So 36 plus 60 is equal to, hold on. No. I am incorrect. What am I saying? They said 36% of the students play Scrabble only, and 16% of the students play Scrabble and checkers. So 16 is here. So 36 plus 16 plus checkers only is equals to 100. So same process. 6 and 6 is 12, 3, 4, 5, that's 52, plus something is equals to 100. So the something is equals to 100 minus 52. So the something here is equals to 48%. So my answer for this would be B. And that is how you would do this question. Item 11 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows two intersecting sets. The number of students in each set is indicated. Right? 11. The universal set is the students who play games. H represents the students who play hockey. V, where is H and V? V represents the students who play volleyball. How many students play either volleyball or hockey? Right? That is, they play both. That is 2. So the answer, hold on, either. How many students play either volleyball or hockey? So volleyball alone and hockey alone. That would be 5 plus 4 is 9. So the answer for this is C. Alright, and that's how you would do this question. Let's look at the next question. The sets of two yes. The set of two digits positive, the set of two digit positive integers that are divisible by 7. Right? Again, this is similar to what we did. So the answer for number 12 now they said a set of digits. 2 digits, right? We have a limited amount of 2 digit values. We have from 10 go straight down to 99. So as soon as you hear that you have a limited amount, that means that you can count all the elements between 10 and 99. So it would not be a infinite set, meaning you cannot count the elements. It will not be an empty set, which means it have no elements that are divisible by 7. That is not true. There is finite set would be the answer. Why? Because you could count the number of the 2 digit numbers that are divisible by 7. Right, and that's how you would do this question here. Let's read number 7. This is June 2022, paper 1. If P is 2357, Q is 236, and S is 245, what is this? That means what does P, Q, and S have all in common? That is A, 2. Right? Number 8. Number 8 refers to the following Venn diagram. The shaded region here is P complement. Right? As everything outside of P is being shaded. That is A. Number 9. The elements of the set 6 is more than, so X is more than or equal to 6, but less than 10. Right? So we are including 6 but not 10. So we're looking for 6, 7, 8, 9. So the answer is B. Number 10 refers to the following information. M is PQR, N is PQ. Which of the following elements are true? M is a subset of N. Which of the following statements are true? M intersected N is equal to N. So if you intersect these two, is which of the following? Wait, that's okay. The answer is A because no, not the answer is not A. The answer is B. M is not a subset of N, meaning all the elements in M is found in N. That is not true because there's this remaining R. So A is not it. B, M intersect N, meaning what does M and N have in common? They have element or set N, which is true. So that is B is your answer. Right? The union, if you combine the two, you're not going to get N because again, we have R. Right? So it's not that. Number 11 refers to the following information which describes 3 sets: prime numbers, odd numbers, even numbers. Which set is empty? Meaning what set has nothing in common? That would be Q and R. So if we have a combination between Q and R, so Q intersected R, it will not prime numbers and odd numbers. We have something that is between prime and even. 2 is a prime number. 2 is a prime number as well as an even number, so it's not E. Anything with union, if you combine the two, that is out of the question. P intersecting Q. P intersected Q, there are a lot of odd numbers that are prime numbers. So the answer is D, although we're not seeing the record thing. It says Q intersects R, meaning that Q and R, let's say Q and R have nothing in common. That is true. So that is the empty set. Right? Item 12, this is a repeated question. Item 12 refers to the following Venn diagram, which shows a universal set. 2 sets T and C, which represent students in a class who plays tennis and chess. How many students play exactly one game? That's Alex, Tom, Kayla, and Ali, which is 4. That is the answer for this one. This is January, paper 1 sets. 7, if the universal set U is this. This is a repeated question. What is H complement? H complement means all the elements that are not found in H. Compare the two. We got if you cross out 3, 4, and 6, you get 1, 2, and 5. That is B. Number 8, which of the following statements describe the set of integers that the integers greater than 3 but less than 6? right? They did not say equal to, they just said greater than 3 but less than 6. So these ones that have equal is out of the question, right? It'll not be A, because if you read this, this is x is, remember we're going backwards, so this is x is less than minus 3 and less than minus 6. Sorry, x is more than, no, you're flipping this. So x is less than minus 3. That makes no sense, right? D would be your answer. So x is greater than minus 3 and x is less than 6. Right? Number 9, if x and y are two finite sets such that the number of elements for x is 9, the intersection is 4, the union is 50, then what is y? Let's pull up the formula that we're supposed to be using. Right. If you remember, we said that the number of elements for x union y is equal to the number of elements for x plus the number of elements for y minus the number of elements for x intersecting y. Right? So what is the union? That is 15 is equals to 9 plus something minus, what is the 4? So let us make the box a subject. So that's 15 minus 9, carry across 9 here. I'm carrying across minus 4, which turns to plus 4 is equal to our box. Put all your positives, that's 15 plus 4 minus 9, and that would be 10. 15 plus 9 is 19. 19 minus 9 is equals to 10. Let's just make sure this is correct. 9 plus 10 is 19. 19 minus 4 is 15. So your answer for this will be C. Alright. So we read number 10. Item 10 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, x represents the factors. Well, this is a next question that was repeated. The factors of x. X represents the factors of 12. Y represents the factors of 9. The shaded represents the set of factors of. We wrote our factors of 12 and we wrote our factors of 9. If I remember correctly, look at here. Right? Factors of 12 are factors of 9. We saw they have 1 and 3 in common. The answer 1 is not there. So the answer A, which is your factors of, your set of factors of 3. So your answer for this would be A. Let's look at this. The 30 students in Teachers May class has either a dog, D, a cat, C, or none of the two. All students who have cats also have dogs. That means it's a subset. As soon as you see that, all the students who have a cat also have a dog, the answer would be D. Right? Number 12, which of the following pairs of sets is an example of a disjointed set? This is a question that is repeated quite a lot. It's even and odd, right? Which is A. Which of the following set is defined by this? So we want one that has, this is June 2021. We have, we're including negative 2 and 4. No, yes, we're including negative 2 and 4. The only one that has negative 2 and 4 is D. So the answer is D. If Q is ABC, then how many subsets can be obtained from Q? Please note that there's a formula for this. The formula is 2 to the power of number of elements. The number of elements in the set is 3, so it would be 2 to the power of 3, which is D. Okay, number 9. The set of positive integers is an example of a infinite set. Why infinite set? Because we cannot count the number of elements that are positive, integers that are positive. This one here, if your universal set is 25, A is 40, B is 50, then the intersection is 6. What is the union? They they give you universal set is 25 to confuse you, but you just need to remember your formula for this, which is number for A union B is your number for A plus your number for B minus the number of elements that A and B have in common. Right? Put in A is 40, B is 50, the intersection is 6. Right? 40 divided 50, that's 20. 20 divided by the 6 is equals to 23. So the answer for this would be C. Right? Let's look for next question. This here, the shaded region, we did this already, is P complement, meaning it's everything outside of P is being shaded. Right? This question they like to bring but read it please, because there are two variations of this question. Right? They would either tell you that it's a subset, or they wouldn't tell you anything about subsets. Right? So let's read it. The 30 students in Teachers Bay class has either a dog or cat, or none of the two. 16 students have a dog, 12 students have a cat, and the remainder have neither dog nor cat. Right? So they're telling you they have nothing in common. So the answer will be D and not B, which was a question that looked like this, but the wording was a little bit different. If they said all persons who had a cat had a dog, all the persons who have a cat also have a dog, then it would be B. But because they did not say anything about that, that is why D is the answer. Right? Oh my god. Sorry about this. If P is 2357, Q is 236, and S is 245, what is Q union S? Q union S. So that would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the intersection, so let me pull up my thing. So remember, in all questions, we always do our brackets first. Okay, right. So they said P intersect Q union S. Right? So Q union S means we combining the S and Q elements. So it will be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is Q union S. Now, P is equals to 2, 3, 5, 7. And they want to know, when they ask you for P intersecting Q union S, they want to know what they have in common. So what these have in common, they have 2, 3, 5. So they have 2, 3, 5, so the answer would be C. Right? And that's how you would do this question. Always do the brackets first and then do it. So again, let me repeat that. Union means you're combining, and when this little thing that looks like an N, right, is intersection, it means what they have in common. So they had 2, 3, and 5 in common. Right? That's what we're going with C. Let's read this question. Item 8 refers to the following Venn diagram. Alright, P is equals to 5. Q is equals to 9. The union is 10. What is the intersection? Again, if you remember your formula, that is 10 is equals to 5 plus 9 minus your intersection. 5 and 9 is 14. So 14 minus your intersection is 10. So the answer is B. Right? Which of the following pair of sets is disjointed, odd, and even? Again, this is quite repeated. Right? All students, this is a question that we did before. All students in the class play Scrabble or checkers or both. If 36 of the students play Scrabble only and 48 of the students play checkers only, what percentage of the students play both? It is 16. They kind of change up the question, but let's do it. That was the one I had to draw my Venn diagram for. So if I had to do this back, right, we have a Venn diagram. We have two circles, one for checkers and one for Scrabble. We know in percentage your total is 100. So my universal set, that is my total, is equals to 100 here. This is Scrabble, this is checkers. Scrabble only is 36, checkers only is 48. So 100% is the combination of 36 plus 48 plus whatever is in this region here. Right? So 36 plus 48 plus what they both, the persons who both play checkers and Scrabble, is equals to 100. So that is 4, 8 and 6s. 8 and 6s. 14, right? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 84 plus something is equals to 100. So the something is equals to 100 minus 84, which is equals to 16. So my answer would be B, 16. Alright, let's look at this question. Item 11 refers to the Venn diagram which shows two intersecting sects, hockey and volleyball. U is the students who play games, H is the students who play volleyball, V is the persons who play volleyball. The number of students in each set is indicated. How many students play exactly one game? We have 5 plus 4, which is 9. Two plays both hockey and volleyball, and 3 plays neither. So it'll be 5 plus 4, which is 9. Right, let's read number 12. Item 12 refers to the following Venn diagram of two intersected sects, which is partially shaded. Right, so let's read this. They said in the Venn diagram, the unshaded region, right? This would be Q only. So it would not be P complement, that is everything outside of P, which is not true. Q only, it would not, Q complement meaning everything outside of Q, this area would not have been shaded. P intersecting Q complement, that is, you are combining P, everything that P and everything outside of Q have in common, that is not correct. Q intersecting P complement, that is the answer. It would be Q intersecting everything that P has in common. So P complements everything outside of P. So this here, D, means Q only. Right? And that is how you would get your answer for this one. Let's look at this one. If the number of elements for A is M, then the number of subsets of A can be expressed as, again, I told you the answer for the formula for this is 2 to the power of the number of elements, so it would be 2 to the power of M. So this answer here is A. Right? Which of the following statements describe the sets of integers that is greater than negative 3 but less than 6? So anything that has equal is out of the question, so B and C. Right? This here is saying X is less than negative 3 and X is less than 6. That makes no sense. So the answer here would be D, through a process of elimination. Which of the following sets is an example of disjointed set? Again, we know that it's odd and even, which is A. Right, this is our next repeated question. The 30 students in the teacher May's class has either a dog or a cat or none of the two. All students who have a cat also have a dog. As soon as you read that statement, you know it's a subset, so the answer is D. Right, which of the following Venn diagram is a region A intersect B complement shaded? This means A only. Right, as we did the one before, when you say A intersect B complement, this answer here would be B, which means this here. So B is the answer here. Right, this here is A union B because A and B is shaded. This is the word A complement. Right, not A complement. What is shaded? Yeah, it's A only. Right here, this one here is A complement intersected B. That's what is shaded. So the answer for this here, A intersect B complement, is B. Alright, let's read here. Which of the following, this is June 2019, which of the following sets is defined by this? That means we included negative 2 and 4. That is D, this one. The number of subsets for Q, that's 2 to the power of the number of elements. In Q, we have 3 elements, so it's 2 to the power of 3. Alright, number 9 says, item 9 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, the number of elements for P is 5, number of elements for Q is 9. The union of P and Q is 10. What is the intersection of P and Q? We have done this about 2 other times. We know that the union is equal to P plus Q minus that intersection. So 9 plus 5 is 14. 14 minus a number is equals to 10. What is the number? 14 minus 4 is equals to 10. So we know that the intersection would be 4. Alright? Let's look at this. Item 10 refers to the following information. P is prime, Q is odd, R is even. Which of the following sets is empty? The intersection. Anything that has union, that's out, right? That's the combination. That is the intersection between Q and R. That is B. Right? Number 11 says P is this, Q is this, and S is this. What is the intersection between P, Q, and S? Meaning what three of them have in common? That is 2. So your answer for 11 is A. Right? This one here, this is shaded area. Number 12 says item 12 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, the shaded area represents the unshaded area is P complement. So it's not A. Alright? Right. So the shaded area would be, it would be P complement. Why? Because it's everything outside of P. Right? That is why 12 is number A. Right? And that is it for May, June 29 set. Number 6, this intersection, we know we've done this already, that's 2. Then they asked for this. They said number of elements for P is 5, the number of elements for Q is 9. The union between these two is 10. So the intersection, we did this already. The answer is 4. Right? This one here, which of the following sets is equivalent to? Equivalent means they have the same number of elements and they could be equal, right? Not A, not B, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 elements. We're looking for a set that has 4 elements, so the answer would be C. This one here, we did this already. The answer is 16, but let's just look. All students in the class play Scrabble or checkers or both. 36 of the students play Scrabble only. 48 of the students play checkers only. What percentage of the students play both games? Right? Look the working right here. We got the answer to be 16. Right? Number this here, this was repeated as well. Item 11 refers to the following Venn diagram. In the Venn diagram, X represents a set of factors of 12. Y represents a set of factors for 9. The shaded region represents a set of factors of 3. We did the working for this. This repeated 2 times, I believe. Right, this one here, we just now did a question like this. This is the shaded area represents P complement, meaning everything outside of P was shaded. And that would be the end of sets from January 2024 straight down to June 2019 in sets.